What's going on, friends? Baltmatrix here. Today we are taking a look at Zoids Wild ZW-01 Wild Liger. I picked this figure kit up over at HobbyLink Japan. Okay, it's the telltale Liger of the series. He's very similar to Blade Liger, where he's got giant blades on his back, and he has motorized walking action. So let's go ahead and put him together! The first thing you need to know about these new Zoids is that none of them come with part sprues or part trees. So no clipping of parts is necessary. It's like very similar to Legos, where you just pull the parts out of the bag and put them together. It takes about 30 minutes to build the core of the Wild Liger, and what you end up with is the most terrifying Zoid I have ever seen. Without its armor, it looks like... it's terrifying. It looks both like a giant skeleton cat, and for some reason it looks like a mole. Yeesh, this is actually legitimately scary. Something you probably don't know about is batteries are not included. This figure does require one AAA battery in the motorized unit down here, and it does have 4 different settings for the head, and it walks very well. Though not very fast. Okay then, let's go ahead and check it out with its armor on. Now, with his armor on, Wild Liger looks a little less terrifying. Though it is very cool, I do have a few little issues, which we'll get into. I think this is a great looking Liger. Of all the Ligers that I've seen from Zoids, we've had Shield Liger, Blade Liger, Liger Zero, and its multiple forms. And then there was another couple of Ligers throughout the series, or series. But I like this one. The white with the blue and the black and the red works really well. Getting all the new pieces added on was fairly simple. Just took about 10-15 minutes to get everything added up or put on. I like the new style. I like the new way they're doing it with the bags and not having to cut it from trees or anything. And the overall look of the plastic works a lot better because you don't have the marring that can happen from when you're cutting the pieces yourself. But that still happens. I mean, right there on these blue pieces, on all of these blue funnels or fins, they've got those little marred areas. Now for getting this guy to move, you push this rear section forward to flip the switch, and this will also activate the slashing gimmick. As the head goes down, there we go. These 3 blades are the attack gimmick, and in the show, it looks like these 3 blades can lift up and then power up a giant Hadouken of sorts. It's very strange. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I also think that these are a little bit more posable. Maybe they can point in different directions, but in order for the gimmick or the toy gimmick to work, they just kind of go straight forward. It's not the best gimmick in the world, but oh well. The one thing I really don't like about this are these pieces. These white pieces on the sides of the head get in the way, but it looks cool when the mouth opens. So you see the mouth opens, and that moves, or they move. But I have a tendency to pop them off as I'm manhandling the figure because I'm an idiot and have big ham hands, so there is that. I think the Liger, or Wild Liger, is a cool addition, but I'd like to see it more posable. I would love to get a hold of a figure that's about this size, but super posable. As you can see, Wild Liger can be ridden by a deluxe class transformer. Not easily, though. That actually took a little bit more balancing and a little bit more fidgeting than you might think. Height-wise, Wild Liger fits somewhere between a deluxe and a Legends class figure, but obviously it's much bulkier than either of those size classes. Actually, a better size comparison would be to Grimlock from the Studio series. Or, maybe not. That's a tenuous comparison at best. One thing before we finish up is I want to show you this little thing. So there are a couple of different modes you could put it in. You can have the head all the way down or slide this piece on the back into different spots to line the head up differently. So you can have the head put all the way up if you pull it all the way back. But then when you turn the figure on and have it walk forward, every, I'd say, full gait or full step gait, its head cocks down one space. And there are 4 spaces. And at the 3rd or 4th space is when the blades deploy. So there is that. You can just kind of display it like this, and this is probably how I would prefer to display it. Overall, Wild Liger is pretty cool. It was around 20 to 30 bucks, but then with shipping, it's going to be a lot more because I normally pay for EMS shipping, which is the more expensive shipping. So you're looking at a $20, $30 figure plus $20 to $30 for shipping, so it's not cheap. Like all the other Zoids in this line, it is an open cockpit, and the figure is clear so you can paint it, but I'm hoping that Bandai releases some anime-inspired figures. That'll be nice. Overall, should you get it, if you like your Ligers, then definitely pick it up. Otherwise, I would wait for it to go on sale. And as I said earlier, I would love this figure with a superposable like Revoltech or SH Figuarts design. That would be sweet. So everybody, let me know what you think of this figure down in the comments. Hit that like and subscribe button, and be sure to hit the bell. And as always, I'm Baltmatrix, and I will catch you next time.